Hello everybody, welcome to Dr. Stone episode 7 anime review. This episode we got introduced to a bunch of new characters. They didn't do one of my least favourite tropes. That's good, they made a point not to do it. I'm very on board with them not doing that thing. We had a science off or a sorcery off, whatever you want to call it. A lot of stuff happened. I've enjoyed myself every week with this show. It's pretty entertaining. But anyway, let's crack on with the episode and go through it bit by bit as we always do and talk about what's good and what was less good. Let's do this thing. So we open up with something very good. Senku thinks she loves him and he's like, what? You just met me. And she's like, no you idiot, that's not what I meant. And I was like, yes, I hate instant love and I'm glad they didn't do it. If they're going to do it, build. Don't do it. Good, thumbs up for that immediately. She's like, hey, I'll help you fight Tsukasa. Great, you got one ally, so you're up to 4? You're up to 4, Senku, that's good. She's going to take him to more allies, but on the way they stop to get some hot water for her sick sister, for hot springs. Do hot springs heal your sickness? I've never been in one, but actually that is something I've heard before, so... I mean, I've heard it before in anime, so take that for what you will. Take that with a grain of salt, but yeah. She tries grabbing it, but she's still hurt, so she can't carry it. So he takes it, but Senku, he's not a strong man, he's a science man, so he can't carry it either. But then they make a car. It's like a Formula 1 car type thing, racing through the forest with it. Pretty good. But then they arrive there, they crash the car though, but they do arrive at the village. He said there's no sign of science anywhere. It's a very primitive, cavemanish village. Let's go with cave, that's a good word. As he gets there, he's immediately attacked by 2 spearmen, Ginro and Kinro, I think their names were, something like that. She fights them off though and is like, hey, let's not do that. And they're like, no outsiders allowed, Senku. Because I think they said like the only people who aren't in the village have been exiled from the village. So they don't know about other people, I think is what they were saying. Which is like, your elders have not taught you well at all. But then Senku scares them by blowing some bubbles. And then they call for a guy called Chrome, and he's a sorcerer too. Sorcerer meaning man who can do some science things, even if he doesn't realise they're science things. So yeah, this first part, we got to the village, introduced to a bunch of the characters. Fun times. They move to Chrome's small hut off to the side of the village. I guess he's not really allowed. Well, he's allowed in the village, I guess, but he's kind of he's the village weirdo. Let's go with that. And he makes some fire change color, very impressive, Chrome. But Senku's like, here's how you did it. You know, it's like going to a magician magic show, and then being like, here's how they did it, by the way. You know, from the crowd. That's basically what Senku did. Chrome then gets more stuff. He creates a static shock, but then Senku's like, pfft, and then he makes a bigger static shock. And then they have then Senku tells Chrome, hey, Tsukasa's probably going to kill you because you can do science too. And Tsukasa's going to kill everyone that can do science. Chrome challenges him to a math off, I guess, and Senku wins because he's a mathematical and scientific genii, as they say. Genii? Genius. Genii is the plural, or genius is. Genii sounds funnier, so we're going to go with genii as the plural of genius. But yeah, so Senku, in winning the maths contest, he won the science hut. I think that's what we're saying. He won the whole hut, the whole science hut, for himself. So the science boys, that being Senku and Chrome, immediately become best friends by looking at rocks, as everyone else puts it. They're like, nope, they're rocks. They are just rocks. Kohaku and then either Ginra or Kinra. Kinra? Is Kinra the blonde one or is Kinra the gold one? I don't remember. But yeah, Senku makes a golden spear for Kinro. It's Kinro, not Ra. Oh, my bad. Makes him a golden spear to sort of like bribe him to let him in. But then he's like, it won't work. But he's like, but actually I like this spear. So, you know, fine. Chrome has got medicinal herbs. That's easy for me to say. Because he's trying to make medicine for Kohaku's sister, Ruri. I think her name's Ruri. Can't remember. Didn't write it down. Should have written it down. And then we cut to her and she's coughing and that. She's worried about Kohaku. She's like a shrine priestess type thing. They leave her out in the, I assume, the cold air. Like maybe you should put her inside, lay her down. Maybe then she'd get a little bit better. But no, you just put her on display all day. I know they don't know about sickness and that. That's the whole point. But come on, man. Senku then tells Chrome everything about how the world used to be before the, what are we going to call it? The petrificationing. That's a good thing to call it. Who then proceeds to cry because he's like, we lost everything. And Senku's like, no, it lives on inside of us. And it's like, yeah. And then they're going to make some antibiotics to save Rui. So it's a solid plan, but you're not allowed in the village, Senku. And they're not going to trust you just give it to her. Unless they are. They're going to be like, hey, trust me, I'm a scientist. Because you're probably going to have like the half of them that are like on board with it, and then half of them are against it, and they'll have a civil war in the village. Or something. Maybe I'm really overthinking this. Maybe they'll just be cool with it, and then she'll get healed. I don't know. But yeah, this was a good episode. No Taiju and Yuzuriha, because obviously they're off with, I guess they joined Tsukasa's forces. It's good, let's call it forces. I assume at some point we'll see what they've been up to, or like flash to them, but for right now, it's just Senku and his new friends learning how to science. I thought Chrome was Taiju in like pictures and the opening, because they look kind of similar. Not exactly the same, but they look similar. But no, they're different characters, so I guess the other two, they're off for a bit, but that's fine. I prefer Senku to the other two. Yuzuriha's fine, but Taiju's a bit loud. I know Shonen has shouting, but go on, I like Senku's more. He's quieter. He does shout sometimes. Anyway, I'm rambling. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, consider hitting the subscribe button and stuff. Yeah, I'll be here doing this show every week, reviews. Thank you everybody for watching. I will see you next week. And bye, guys.